Salama Manaona. Hello family and friends. I'm coming live from Majunga, Madagascar, which is on the west coast, which is the port of Madagascar where the big ships come in and drop off all the goods. And it's quite beautiful here today. I'm waiting to install, which is to move into my lovely village of Bonamari. And I have a house there on the clinic, and tomorrow I'll move in and start my integration process and be there for 2 years. So I have just completed my 3 months of training with the Peace Corps in Madagascar, Madagascar, which is about 12 hours away from where I am now. And it was with a stage of 44 volunteers, 19 agriculture and 25 health volunteers. And we did extensive language training, we did technical training, we did resiliency training, we did culture training, we learned to dance in Malagasy, we learned to speak in Malagasy, we learned how to cook and survive here in Madagascar. So I feel energized and excited to take on this next step. Obviously I feel a little anxiety, a little anxious, just to get everything moved in and kind of cook on my own, which I've had 2 fantastic host families that have watched over me in Madagascar and in Bonamari. And so this is the first time I'm going to have my own place and live there and cook on my own, and so that's going to be fun. I definitely plan on eating a lot of rice, which is the staple here in Madagascar, and which is great. Honestly, it's not too bad. Definitely getting used to eating rice for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And let's see. I'll talk a little bit more about Bonamari. It used to be, or have, a fish hatchery company, Japanese company there, and that really progressed Bonamari and brought a lot of money into the town. But then once the company outsourced or moved away, then nobody really had any jobs anymore, and a lot of people moved out of Bonamari, and so, which has really devastated that economic growth in the community. So the majority of the income definitely comes from fishermen, and I honestly don't know what else. Maybe some farming and agriculture to bring money in there. But I fell in love with the site. I was there for 2 weeks, and it's a very direct culture, much more relaxed than some other places in Madagascar. It was extremely hot. I'm in the hottest region of Madagascar, and so right when I arrived in Bonamari, my host mother was like, "It's okay if you don't wear a shirt." And right when we got in the house, because it's very hot inside the house because of the tin roofing, and so I took off my shirt the first time I got there, and honestly I only wore a shirt when I met the president of the village, and when I met, or not the president, the boss. and on market day, and so only those 2 or 3 times is when I wear a short shirt, and so it kind of set the tone for how this next 2 years will play out. I felt very at home, very comfortable about who I am, and the people are very welcoming, and I was taken great care of, and I really can't wait to get back there tomorrow and install and really see what the next 2 years has in hold. Some things that, and I guess how I've grown so far this next 3 months, I'm definitely living in the moment more. I'm enjoying the day by day, the simplicity of life here, and the collectiveness of their culture. Everybody has each other's backs and take care of one another in their village. There's big sharing culture that goes on, and I think that helps alleviate a lot of the stress within people's lives. Fun fact, in Madagascar, or in the language of Malagasy, which I have learned, there's not a word for stress. Not saying that they don't stress, but they definitely find find different ways to cope with it, or I believe because of the collective society really helps alleviate that. And when you have support from all your family and friends, that is, I think, key. So I've learned I'm not even wearing a watch anymore. I used to wear a watch all the time. I've decided that I'm just, on Malagasy time, and I enjoy that. And I'm really not worrying about too much, because I'll show you my view right now, and hopefully you'll agree that it's pretty amazing. Obviously, and shout out to Courtney for graduating from the U. Congrats, I'm proud of you. And I miss all my family and friends. Let me show you this view real quick. Look at that. So I'm staying at a hotel until I install tomorrow, and that is definitely the Indian Ocean. It's kind of blocked by trees, but this is a little hideout here, which I'm falling in love with. Look at that. So not a bad day at all. But back to kind of what I was saying, I've definitely just enjoy the simplicity of life, the day by day, soaking everything in, not stressing about things that I have absolutely no control over. From the beginning, I just remember saying sometimes that things that I wanted this way or that way, and I just remember saying, oh, that'll work, or that'll do, even though it's definitely not in my mind what I thought or what I expected. And then I was like, well, it's fine, just it works. And that's why I've really kept that all until like 3 months, and I've definitely continued just to have that mindset of having no expectations and just enjoying the day by day. And if things don't go out how you plan, then like, oh well, that's Peace Corps. That's what this experience is about, is growing as an individual, which I hopefully will continue to threshold and to work on, just being the best I can be, and obviously to help share American culture and help my village as much as possible. I will live on the CS Bay, which is like their clinic, and my main tasks will definitely to focus on hand washing techniques, to when to wash their hands, how to wash their hands appropriately. The next is definitely going to be teaching about nutrition, having them eat a balanced diet, because rice is the staple of Madagascar, and luckily fish is available a lot at the site, so that helps. But many people often just eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and doesn't really have balanced meals with vegetables and fruits and proteins. So to educate them on that will definitely help in make them more healthy, or they have a big stunt and growth problem. Not necessarily at my site, but a lot of the sites. So that's what all 25 of the health volunteers will really focus on: nutrition and wash, and planning for, with the midwives, about helping the mothers plan their births and things to think of, and appropriate eating and sanitation for them, so the baby is as healthy as possible. And that's what I'm going to focus on as my priority projects. I'm really excited because I've got to talk to the doctor and the midwife at my site, and they said I'm more than able to overlook, like, during deliveries, and learn as much as I can about the midwifery job or profession, and I can't be more excited about that. I can't wait to learn as much as I can with that and get to experience like a child being born. I can't imagine anything more substantial or than that. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. It's kind of all over the place, but that's good. It shows my personality, I guess. Hopefully y'all can watch it and smile, and know that I'm not too far away, and that I'll plan on continuing these videos now that I'm after training I initially said every month, but I don't know if that's realistic or not, just because I don't know how many times y'all just want to see my face. But maybe every other month, whenever something inspirational comes to mind and I just feel like preaching to the people of America. But I love y'all. Y'all, if you're not happy, make a change. Travel. Enjoy the simplicity of life. Don't be so tied into all the materialistic crap that is really consuming sometimes. So liberate yourself from that and be kind to one another and hug one another and kiss your mom on the forehead. Alright, I love you all. Peace.